It's that time of the month again. It's time to go over what I've been watching in the month of September. Enjoy the video. So what's going on, guys? How are you all doing? It's me back again with the 5th upload in a week. Madness. Like I said in the intro, I'm just going to go over the films that I've watched, films and TV shows that I've watched in the month of September. So hopefully you enjoy. First film that I watched is an Arrow video title. I was planning on doing like a big chunk of my Asian cinema collection this month, but then I realised because I watched so many films last month, I wasn't really in the mood to put myself through that many films. But I did watch the first film that was on my list. I was going to do it in release order, and that is Warning Out of Space, done by Dai Studios, who did the Gamera films and the Daimajin trilogy. This was a recommendation from Lauren, from Lauren's Collections. She said this was quite wacky, quite out there. I really enjoyed this, actually. It just reminds me of a 1950s Japanese arrival. That's all it is, really. Aliens warn humans of the great cause that they're going to damage they're going to cause themselves. They do that, but the aliens save themselves. I really like it. The one thing I don't like really about this film is when they show the alien costume too much. When they show it in the shadows, very creepy, works very well, but when they show too much, it really shows that. But when they show too much, it really just shows that cheapness. But still, overall, it was a very fun film. I'd give it about a 7 out of 10. It was very enjoyable, very fun. Yeah, that's Warning Out of Space. But next, I watched another film on Arrow Video. I got this last month, and my housemate said that we should watch it together because it's one of the David Lynch films that we hadn't seen together. I hadn't seen this at this point. Obviously, it came out in the brand new 4K. And that is Dune. David Lynch's Dune. I really enjoyed this. A lot of people don't seem to like it. They say it's very slow, very boring. I like it. I actually really enjoyed it. It's very nice to have this big, epic sci-fi piece directed by David Lynch. I can feel both that grand, epic studio-ness of it and plus David Lynch involved in it. I quite like I just really enjoyed it, really. I quite liked it. It made me really excited more for the new one that is going to come out. I also need to pick up the Jodorowsky Making of Dune documentary. That was the film that was supposed to come out before this one. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed this. The 4K transfer looks really good. I just thought it was really enjoyable. I really enjoyed the weird casting and all the weird elements, like the what was it, like Sting's uncle as character floating around the room. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, this was actually really good. I really liked it. The 4K transfer was really good. But yeah, Dune. Yeah, I really liked it. I really liked it. I'm a big David Lynch fanboy, so yeah, I really enjoyed Dune. But next, I'm going to go through one of my cinema films that I watched, and that is, if you can see that there, Malignant. That is the new James Wan directed horror film, and fuck me, was I impressed. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not one of the biggest fans of the Conjuring universe. I like the second Conjuring quite a lot. That's about it, really. I'm not really. The first one's alright. Annabelle was just meh. The Nun was shit. I don't think even they were involved at that point. But yeah, not really a massive fan of that franchise. But when I watched the trailer for Malignant, I was like, oh, it looks a bit samey. Then I watched the review for that Leon Talks Films did. Hi, Leon, if you're watching. He said it was just out there, batshit crazy, and the way he was describing it, well, I was like, alright, bet. I'm gonna go watch it. And fuck me, was I impressed. I enjoyed it so much. From start to finish, I had a grin on my face. I really enjoyed it. 5 people left the cinema. It was actually quite funny. There was 3 people on the row we were sat on. And those 3 people got up. And then there was 2 people in front of us. And they got up as well. I was like, really? Did you guys really not enjoy this? But yeah, I really enjoyed it. The way it was mashing all these different genres and subgenres together, I felt really great. I liked how it felt very Giallo-esque and it felt very slasher and very paranormal. Oh, it was just such a great... It was funny, it was camp, it was serious, it was suspenseful, it had creepy imagery, it had them basic jump scares. It was just really well done. I think James Wan has really excelled himself with this film and has really shown that he can just really do something great, original and creative. But yeah, he wouldn't have been able to make this film if he didn't have the legacy with Saw, Conjuring Universe, Aquaman, Fast and Furious, Insidious with Lee Whannell as well. Like, they wouldn't be able to pull off such a big film like this if it wasn't for that. But at the same time, I'm really glad that we have had Malignant because it was such a great film. Highly recommend it, and I can't wait for it. Hopefully it gets a 4K. I'm hoping for a 4K release because I actually want to get it on 4K. It was so good. Next, like I said, I did watch a lot of TV shows, and this is with a part of the bit where I It's just mainly TV shows now. I've watched one other film, which I'll get to when it comes down to it. But yeah, our Wi-Fi was off at the beginning of the month, and yeah, it was a bit of a pain in the arse. So I just decided I was going to pick up on a marathon that I had been doing. I stopped it earlier in the year, and then I just picked it up, and that is my New Who Doctor Who marathon, and that is with the specials. I finished series 4, and then I just left it there, and I was like, I'll get around to the specials in the coming week. Did not postpone it for ages, and I thought, fuck it, this is a great time to get back on it. So I started from, so on this one you get The Next Doctor, Planet of the Dead, Waters of Mars, End of Time, Part 1 and 2, and I forgot how good the writing was in this, like, these last few. I'm not going to lie, every episode, apart from Waters of Mars and The End of Time, Part 1 and 2, it had me sobbing. It had me in tears. I forgot how good the writing is. It just reminded me of how much I love Doctor Who. Like, I loved some of the episodes. Like, obviously, like Planet of the Dead and The Next Doctor don't get the biggest people said they're not very good, but I actually really enjoyed them just for what they are. I think that's what's a good thing about me and Doctor Who is, like, even if I know an episode's bad, like, great example, Underworlds, it's bad, but I'm still going to get some enjoyment out of it, because that's just how much I love Doctor Who. But yeah, a new appreciation just for this, just these fucking 5 stories that you got here, 5 episodes, they were just really good, some great effects. Personal favourite is The Waters of Mars and The Next Doctor. I really love The Next Doctor. I really grew a fondness for The End of Time Part 1 and 2 as well. That grew on me quite a lot as well. But yeah, the specials run of Doctor Who episodes was actually really good. I really enjoyed it. Finally, me and my housemate, we finished watching a series that we started our rewatch of Twin Peaks, and we finally actually got around to finishing The Return. Finally. Yeah, we were putting off quite a while, to be fair. Just busy scheduling stuff and all that shebang. But yeah, loved The Return. It was great to return to The Return. That was an awful joke. Fuck me. The last 2 episodes I did really like episode 17, and then episode 18 I did not enjoy at all. Like, it kind of pissed me off a little bit. Rewatching this whole series again, I've just fallen in love with it even more. Every time I come back to this TV show and I watch it more and more, I just love Twin Peaks again. And I actually can't wait to rewatch this again next year. I definitely am going to rewatch this again because it's just so good. Yeah, it was just really good. I really loved The Return. I must say, though, on my second viewing, you really do appreciate those Dougie scenes a lot more. But yeah, that is Twin Peaks The Return. Highly recommend watching The Return and just Twin Peaks in general. Massive recommendation from me, but that is Twin Peaks The Return. So I said I watched the specials. I then obviously had to do the next logical step, and that is Series 5. This is my favourite. I knew this was my favourite Matt Smith series going into it, but rewatching it, I forgot how good it was. I forgot how just good this series is. From the 11th Hour, The Beast Below, Victory of the Daleks, The Weeping Angel 2-parter. Literally, I don't even think there is a dud story in this series. No, I think this whole series is pretty good. I love every episode in this series. Like, everyone that I didn't think I liked has grown on me a lot more. The appreciation for characters. Obviously, my appreciation for Rory and Amy's relationship has grown a lot more. They go through so fucking much. I don't know why Stephen Moffat decided he needs to actually emotionally batter these 2 people, but they do. They just go through the most. Oh, Amy's Choice. Amy's Choice is a personal highlight in this series. I really like it. Also, this steelbook is fucking phenomenal. It's so gorgeous. Yeah, Series 5 was just... It stays on that high from the Russell T Davies era, in my opinion, and it also manages to be fresh as well, in my opinion. But yeah, Series 5 was absolutely fantastic. I really fucking enjoyed this. Next, I mentioned in my pickup video that me and my housemate watched this because we wanted to watch a new TV show before we started another TV show. So we watched our rerun of Twin Peaks. We were going to want to watch something new, and then we're going to watch a new show together. Well, he's already seen it. It's a new show for me. But the show that we picked together, because we knew there was just one series, that was The Bodyguards. I mentioned this in my pickup that I picked this up because, yeah, we watched this series, and fuck me, I fell in love with it straight away. Same writer and creator as Line of Duty, and that's one of my favourite TV shows of all time. But this was just suspense after suspense after suspense. Some of these scenes... The opening 20 minutes of episode 1, the fucking negotiation scene in episode 6, the sniper scene in episode 2. Jesus fucking Christ, this whole series is really good. I might have to sit down and rewatch this soon when I get my Line of Duty box set. I might just do a double bill of both of them. But yeah, The Bodyguard was really good. This guy who's going to be in the Eternals and Game of Thrones, he was really good in it. What's her face? Who from what's her name? Keely Hawes from Line of Duty as well. She's great in this as well, and she was great in Line of Duty as well. But yeah, this was really good. This is a massive recommendation from me. The Bodyguard was a fantastic piece of British television. Jed, you did a great job on this as well as Line of Duty, but yeah, The Bodyguard was fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Next, going on with the Doctor Who marathon, we've got all of Series 6. This is actually the first. I actually have finished all of Series 6 and I didn't get any further than Series 6, unfortunately. I was going to start Series 7, but I've been just absolutely knackered. I was going to start yesterday, but I actually had a day off for the first time in a couple, like, fucking week or so, so I was just relaxing. But yeah, Series 6, I knew I had a soft spot for this series, but rewatching the whole series, I fucking fell in love with this even more as well. I'm really getting a bigger appreciation for Matt Smith, because he was one of my least favourite Doctors, I'm not going to lie. He wasn't one of my favourites, but now he's kind of really grown on me. Also, I really hope we get a figure of this, the latter half of Series 6 Doctor on this, because yeah, I really like this. Oh, episodes like Let's Kill Hitler, that really went up in my expectations. Same with Curse of the Black Spot, that went up a bit as well. What is it, Closing Time, that also, and the Wedding of River Song. I must say, for these two series, I'm really loving all the River Song stuff. It's like, when I was growing up, I was a bit confused, but now growing up and being able to appreciate it more, and the whole storyline of like Amy and Rory and how River fits into it all, yeah, I really appreciate it. I really liked Series 6. I love this Steelbook too, it's one of my favourites. I love the green! But yeah. The Girl Who Waited, another great one. A Good Man Goes to War is actually really good as well. Oh, and another one that really went up, A Christmas Carol, that actually really went up in my expectations. I didn't really like it the first 3 or 4 times I watched it, but yeah, it's really growing on me the last two, like this time and the last time I watched it. Yeah, really enjoying it. But yeah, Series 6, still a very solid Matt Smith season in my opinion. I really enjoyed it, and that is Series 6 of Doctor Who. Now, mentioning the other film that I've seen this month, another cinema, we and my housemates, we went to watch Shangshi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Finally got round to actually seeing it. We just thought we'd just go see it, and I was not disappointed. I was really worried going into it, thinking it'd just be another copy, like it just fell into the same vein as other Marvel movies. I was just kind of Marvel fatigue, but then I watched it and I fell so in love with it. There's a lot of great Asian representation of both like Eastern and Western traditions. I love that. I love the way how it feels like it fits in Asian cinema as well. Like someone's actually sat down and paid attention to the culture, and it's written by someone who understands it, which is really great. It's great to see just like the effects were great, the fights were great, the acting was incredible. Yeah, Marvel's Shang-Chi actually has reignited something in me that makes me want to sit down and rewatch the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which I probably will when I get the 4th of these box sets, which I'll probably pick up when my loan comes in. But yeah, Shang-Chi was really good. I highly recommend it. It's probably going to be the only Marvel film I might pick up in 4K alongside the original Iron Man. But yeah, it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings. Right, finally, the final Doctor Who that I've watched. I did a review of this as well. The Evil of the Daleks Steelbook. I had to sit down. I was only going to watch one episode, but then I ended up watching all 7 of it in one go, and it was just incredible. Like, I knew that I was going to enjoy this episode, because ever since I was a kid, I had this book called Monsters and Villains, and it had every Dalek story and had these lovely pictures of the Emperor Dalek, and I was like, how do I see that? Then you go into the research when you're a kid and you find out these episodes are missing. So now we have this visual representation. Fuck, it is so good. The animation is up there with like the faceless ones. Still not as good as Macroterra. They still haven't managed to top Macroterra yet. I'm just saying it, but it's up there with the faceless ones. It was so good. Really enjoyable. Just the whole Dalek action, the Dalek voice work. The Emperor himself is fantastic. Jamie and Troughton are on point in this episode. It's nice to be introduced to Victoria. All the human characters as well. They're really interesting. I fucking really like this story, man. Definitely a highlight. Might even just actually cracked my top 5 Troughton stories of all time. It was that good. And it's definitely better than Power of the Daleks in my opinion. But Evil of the Daleks was fantastic. Highly recommend this for any Doctor Who fan out there. Yeah. Watching 2 TV shows here together. I've actually finally rounded up watching my rerun of Always Sunny in Philadelphia and my rerun of How I Met Your Mother. two great shows for two different reasons. Love How I Met Your Mother because of how emotional it makes me like. It's just really emotional. It really gets to me. I love growing with these characters, sort of thing. And then it was just great to sit and rewatch Always Sunny, falling in love with episodes that I hadn't watched for ages because I haven't actually sat down and watched Always Sunny for quite a while. So it was really nice to sit down and just reevaluate episodes that I missed and really liked, and then writing down my favourite episodes that I love. Like a highlight of one, I could have finished season 14 today. Like A Janitor Mops Twice, fantastic. Just some great creative liberties. It's just, yeah, great. Always Sunny is one of my favourite comedies, and yeah, How I Met Your Mother is one of my favourite sitcoms. It was just really good. Both of them, really enjoyed rewatching both of it. Rewatching both of them. But yeah, those two. And the final thing, I'm just going to briefly mention it because we have started this. We're only on episode 4 or 5. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it right now, and that is The Sopranos. This isn't my box set, this is my housemate's. I'm going to pick this up when I get paid. It's fucking huge. It's so big. I think it's like it's the big. Is it as tall as the Twin Peaks box set? It is as tall as the Twin Peaks box set. So it's these HBO box sets. They're fucking huge. But yeah, this is really good. Tony Soprano, like, you're not supposed to really root for him, but I do. He's great. Favourite side character has to be Paulie. I love Paulie. That bit where he's just like, I'm not embarrassed. You embarrassed? Bang! Yeah, The Sopranos is really good. I'm really enjoying this. I can't wait to get more into it, because there's a lot of dark emotions already in the first, like, 4 episodes, but I can't wait till my housemate says it gets even more gritty like that, so I'm really excited to dive more into that and see what we get. But yeah, I'll let you know once I finish The Sopranos how I feel about it in whole. But yeah, that is the last thing that I've been watching in the month of September. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Try to keep this under 20 minutes. This whole literally recording is almost 20 minutes, so I'm going to try and finish it here. But yeah, thank you for watching. Have you seen any of this stuff? What did you think of Shangshi, Malignant? What do you think of The Evil of the Daleks? What do you think of Dune? What do you think of Doctor Who, Matt Smith's run? But yeah, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to record an unboxing for 2 B&M figure sets. I haven't got all 4, sadly, but I'm going to do those 2 together. But yeah, apart from that, don't really know what else is going to come. Oh yeah, we're almost in October, so it'll almost be my 1-year anniversary on YouTube, so I'm doing a big video for that. Other than that, guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. Make sure you go like, comment and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, it'll be in the corner. Yeah, just go out, watch some fucking TV, go watch some films. Yeah, it's coming into Halloween, innit? We're almost in October. This will be posted in October. It's October today, so it's spooky season, motherfuckers. Let's get on it. I've been your boy. Catch you in the next one. Boy, peace!